So I don't more everybody, almost everyone came. How many participants now? Okay. So now let's start the session with the prayer. I request all of you to please join your hands. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty Father, we thank and praise you for the gift of this new day. We offer our thoughts, our words, and deeds to your gracious heart. Bless us to learn our lessons well and to remember them at the right time. We offer our school management, our principal, our teachers, our non-teaching staff, all the students and their parents to you. Keep us in good health, both in mind and body. We ask this through the merits of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. So, how are you all? Happy?
Fine, ma'am.
Fine, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine. You can mute, and when I ask any question, you can just respond to it in the chat box. Okay, just type it. So that would be easy. Just type it. So this is the first English class for the academic year 21-22. So I don't want to teach anything new, any new lessons today. Okay. Oh, happy. I can see your eyes glowing. Nothing to teach, like, she's going to talk something. Yes. Let's talk about your favorite pastime. Now I'll be asking certain questions and you're going to respond it in the chat box. Okay. What's your favorite pastime? Just type it. What's your favorite pastime? Just type it. I didn't see. You may like playing or watching television, reading stories. Let me see. Drawing and dancing and reading books. Okay, very good. Reading books. I'm very happy to hear that. So you like reading books, and what's your favorite story? Can you just say, oh, many are telling, like, reading books. I'm so happy. Okay. So just tell me, like, what's your favorite story? What's your favorite story? What's your favorite story? Captain Underpants comic. Okay. Percy Jackson, Harry Potter. Fine. Yes, coming up one by one. Yes, very good. Sherlock Holmes. Now see, what do you like about your favorite story? Cinderella, Harry Potter. Okay. What do you like about your favorite story? It can be in English or it can be in Malayalam as well. The Little Princess. Okay. Coffee House. Yes, yes, yes. What you like about your favorite story? PUBG. Oh my God. Abid. Okay. What do you like about your favorite story? Their dumbness. Oh my God. Thrilling. Fine. Then story may be thrilling. The investigation. It's the twist in the story. Yes, very good. Then the build-up of the story, the way it is presented, the comedy in the story. Okay, their lives. Yes, the action, friendship, which is explained. Yes, comedy, mystery, horror. Okay, the build-up and the suspense. All these are the elements which is making the story beautiful and creating, we are attracted or we are immersed in reading the story the whole day because of all these elements. Now the next question comes, do you like writing stories? Just give me a thumbs up if you like. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Pooja. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So yes, you like writing stories as well. Very good. So, but yes, of course, yes, thumbs up for everything. You like writing stories. Some people find it difficult, writing that story is a difficult task. Some feel like that. Writing stories, actually, it should be very easy because we hear and we tell stories all the time. But when we actually put the words on the paper, we forget our storytelling abilities or that story writing abilities. When we struggle We can't think of the topic, we omit relevant details, and we go on and on about the irrelevant details, and our dialogue is blunt, and we can't figure out how to start, we can't figure out how to stop or how to end. So those are the problems which we face. Today we are going to crack it. We are going to figure it out and crack it. And story writing is going to be a piece of cake for you. It's important for us to learn how to write stories or how to describe an event or happening in a particular day, because the CBSE class 9 examination, we have a particular section, writing section, and we have to attend 2 questions, both out of 5 marks each, which has to be written in 100 to 150 or 120 words. And what are they? They are, number one, writing a descriptive passage, maybe about a person or diary entry. Okay. And the second question is writing a story of the word limit 100 to 120 words on the given basic, like, what all cues have been given, what all hints have been given, or what is the question. According to that, we may have to write. So story writing, short story, as the name suggests, is short. It's very short. We should be able to sit and read at a single sitting. Of course, for the examination will be right. It should not it would be grateful if you could mute the mic. Okay, please mute the mic. Okay, so if it is good, if we can read the story, if the evaluator can read the story in a single set, because the word limit has to be kept up. 100 to 120 words means only 100 to 120 words required. Now, the question can come in 3 different types. The first one, it can be an outline story. You are very, very familiar with the outline story kind of a question from the very beginning, from class 4 onwards, I guess. Outline will be given and you are asked to write a story, complete a story, frame it, and give a good title. You are very, very familiar with it. So in such cases, we have to just expand the outline to build up the story. Where in case of, in class 9, we may get even a couple of lines, opening lines will be given, and you will have to continue these lines and you have to build up the story. In such cases, we have to use those opening lines and then we have to build up the story. The third type of story, there are one more type of story can be asked, a visual prompt can be given, a photograph can be given, and you have to write a story based on what the image suggests to you. Okay, based on what the image suggests to you. So there are 5 elements basically for writing the story. 5 elements. I don't know whether I'll be able to present. Let me just see. Okay, there are 5 elements. The first one is setting, and what is a setting? We'll say setting means, to create a setting means almost all stories have setting which add-ons to the overall effect of the story. The setting is so important, so much important, and the action of the story is taking place there. So we can we can introduce a character, and the setting will influence the behavior of the character, and it will influence the mood of the story, mood of the action which is going to take place. So setting is very important. Where the story is going to take place, that's a setting. The second one is a character. We can introduce characters. We can, while introducing the characters, we have to, who are the characters? We should have an idea about it. Who are the characters? What are they doing? When it is taking place, and what happens in the story? And how do you think the character feels at a particular moment? Etc, etc. Those are the important things when we write about the characters. Then the setting, the character, then the conflict. In a story, we have introduced the character, something is happening very happily, it has started, and in between something happened, a conflict happened, a crisis happened, a suspense, and then all are in trouble, or we want to solve the issue. So that has to be introduce a conflict. Then build up the plot. Because of this particular problem, something is going to happen. Build up the plot upon it. And then we have to find out a solution for this. And the story goes just like this, finding the solution for the problem which is caused, finding the solution for the conflict which has happened. Okay, maybe a conflict between 2 people, or some suspense, or something happened in between and we have to resolve it. So the build-up is going just like that. And towards the end, we are going to resolve the conflict and happy ending. Okay, happy ending. So this is what it should be. You can write in 3 paragraphs if you want, and or else 2 paragraphs. So ideal one is 3 paragraphs. So these steps, like, how the character feel and how it happened and other things, it is applicable for the first type. It is not for the first type. First type is just the outline which is given, so we have to expand. But in case of the second one, where the first line or the introductory line has been given, we have to continue with that line. We can apply all these things, the steps can be applied, like. And then in the third one, where the picture is given and you are asked to write, the opening lines could be pertain to anything, like starting from resolving the conflict. We can even start resolving the conflict, and then we are going to write about the flashback. That can also be done. So while writing the short story, what we have to think, we have to collect your ideas about the story. Now, if 1 second, please, if Sister Elizabeth is there online, Sister Elizabeth, I'm not able to present because only the host can present, it seems. I'm not able to present. Okay, sorry. So come back to the point. When we collect the ideas about the story, so not really for the story. Okay, we said about 2 questions. The first one, it is diary entry or writing about a person. The second question can be the story. So both 5 marks each, 10 marks for the writing section for the board examination or for any of the CBSE examination for class 9. Sister, okay, thank you, sister. So like when you do it, you have to organize your idea. Okay, even if you're going to write the diary entry or if you're writing the story, you have to organize your thoughts. Okay, so that is very much relevant, like, somewhere in the working space, you may have to organize, jot it down, very like small lines, jot it down, not the entire story, just 1 or 2 points, just jot it down, and then you have to think. You have to organize the idea very clearly and logically into the plot. Then you have to write the story or the diary entry, because story or the event or the incident which has happened, you have to write. And then once when you finish it, just read it, read the story, read the diary, like, diary entry passage which you have written. Revise the story you have written if only if it is required. Okay, so first point is to jot down the points and then arrange it logically. This is what is going to happen first, and then this is the conflict which is going to come, this is how it is going to end. That should be there in our mind. I've seen many answer scripts. The story is started with the line which is given. On the go, when it is built up, towards the end, the story has reached somewhere else. The child is not having any, is not aware where to start and where to end the story, or where he has already started and where he is going on. No idea. As and when they are writing, so many words are coming, simply writing it out, and the story is not having a logical presentation. It happens. And if it is there, if we are not able to very clearly and precisely present our ideas into the paper, we may not get full marks. So that is our main idea, to get full marks. Now, more than that, if we have to do it, we should practice. Keep a diary and write what all things. For example, today we had social science classes by 9 o'clock. When you think about it, you can start thinking, you logged into a Zoom meeting. It was something a new thing for you for the class, because you were with Google Meet or even Saturn app. So first time you're attending a class in Zoom Meet, and the experience which you had from that time onwards, how you waited and who all joined and how what was going on. So what was the first thing, and then what, and then what happened. So that is a logical presentation of an event which has happened. Even for the story, that can be. But as I said earlier, for certain type of stories, we may start with the resolution. If the resolution is started, then we have to go flashback. Something has happened, all of a sudden Smita ma'am called me, hey, hello, I want hi, I want, what are you doing there, are you responding to me? Then all of a sudden I woke up, oh my god. Then that was a conflict which has come. Going back to the flashback, what was going on? Ivan was chatting with, or Ivan was talking with Yvonne. or Yvonne was disturbing in between and she was just looking at that time, and then Smita ma'am called. So what happened previously? I just gave an example as Yvonne, and Yvonne, please don't take it to the heart. Okay, so the flashback is there, and that flashback is described. That is also another way of writing the story, which will give a lot of interest. Okay, a lot of interest. So this is how we have to write a story, and we have to keep our language very simple, very simple. No need of very complex sentences, no need of any complex line. Very simple language has to be used. And use as many as adjectives and adverbs in your description. What is an adjective? Adjective is a word which describes the person. Okay. In class 9A, 9A students, we have already done an activity in the first session, first meeting session with the class teacher. We have done I've asked them to describe their name using a word which is using the first letter of the word, a word which describes them. The name may be starting with a D, like Deron, and I have asked Deron to describe a word using D, and he said dedicated Deron. Okay. So amazing, like the name of the person, Amita or Amina, amazing Amina, or adorable, just like that it was. And happy, Hridya, no, Hardra. Names let me just see, Harshada, happy Harshada, it was like. So those names have been, so they started describing their name using a particular letter, the first letter of their name. Okay, first letter of their name. So that is an adjective. That is an adjective. We've learned adjective in the first class in a very funny way, and I've asked them so many stupid questions. You should say. It would be grateful if you could just mute the mic. Okay. I asked so many stupid questions. Oh, Vegam, a charger on the Koduku. We are online and we have to mute the mic. Okay. So, so we have built up the class atmosphere by asking so many stupid questions, because I just want to break the ice, and I just want to become free with the students. So, but the thing is, the next time when we talk, if we are talking in English, we'll not be having such a barrier over thing. So on the go, when we keep on talking, we will feel it very easy. Similarly, if we keep on writing the diary every day, if you keep on writing 1 or 2 sentences of the story every day, definitely it will be very easy for us. The words will start coming without even very at ease. Okay, so use simple language, use the simple and suitable adjectives and adverbs. How something has done. The teacher is talking very fast. Am I talking very fast today? Maybe because we are on this Zoom and we have limited time, so I have to cover the portion, or I have to tell you all the points about it. So I'm just not very slow, not asking so many questions, and so this is the thing. We have to think about it. We have to think a lot about it, and then definitely we'll be getting. We have to visualize the scene, and then if any story is there, it has to happen in a particular place. How the place would be. If it is happening in a city, just think about the city, how the city it is, and what all things are coming onto our mind when we think about the city. So that has to be given focus, and write about the background. When the background is fixed, the person who is reading will be having interest in reading it. They'll be feeling happy in reading it. They will be feeling yes, I have to read it completely. Even in case of the educators, when we are getting hundreds of papers in front of us, when we read a story, it should be very catchy, so you'll be getting full marks. And very precisely you have to write it. Your language should be very simple. Use simple English, so we'll not make any grammatical mistakes, we'll not make any spelling mistakes. Okay, so read it again. If there is any spelling mistakes in between, if it has happened, you can correct it. Now, better to write the story in first person or in the third person, either in the first person or in the third person. First person means I have seen something and I'm narrating the story. I have gone to the school on a particular day, and I've gone to school the other day, 2 days back on 1st of June. I've gone to school, and we were all ready with the online session over there to interact with you. The incidents happened on the day when I describe it to you. That is a first person narrative. When a person who was there, or a person who heard all the things, when they come back and narrate it to you, that is a narration in the third person. A conversation or something, an incident happened between two people. I met Sister Elizabeth over there in the school, and I saw her as a busy bee over there. Sister Elizabeth was a busy bee. What is the meaning? Busy bee means she was very busy on that day. And I have used a metaphor to call her as busy bee. Sister Elizabeth was a busy bee on that day. So when I write, rather than writing, I saw Sister Elizabeth, she was walking here and there and she was so busy on that day. Rather than writing like that, if I write the morning, it was a pleasant morning, I went to Vimla Public School, I saw Sister Elizabeth, a busy bee over there. Aha, how beautiful it is. Rather than writing all the stuff like, this is an impressive and one. We can catch the attention of the readers, and looks the story looks enriched with the vocabulary. Okay, so adjectives, you have to use adjectives, you have to use metaphors, you have to use adverbs, how the things have been done. She was walking to and fro, she was very busy, she was running around over there. So I, rather than telling that she was running here and there very fast, I said she was a busy bee, and everything is there in that. So we have to say it in first person. Then no need of too many characters in our story. So many characters are coming up here and there. It will be a mess. The person who is reading may not understand, because only in 3 paragraphs, only in 100 words, only in 120 words we are going to write the story. So too many characters incorporated into the story will be very boring, and we may feel it as a mess. And try to explain both the physical appearance of entire program. She came and she saw me. I've seen Manju ma'am for the first time. I've only seen her on screen. I thought she is not so fat, but when I saw her, I was just stunned to see her. She was just like, you can just explain how I was looking. She was blotted up. She was looking like a blotted sausage. Oh my God, what this lady is eating. I was wondering. See, all the stuff, you can put all the comic elements, you can incorporate into this, and you will feel like, the person will feel it's interesting to read. So the physical appearance of the person and the behavioral traits. However, I was thinking that she may come and shout at me or scream at me, but she was cool and calm, and she called me Mole, and she was talking like that, and I was so pleased and I was happy with her. See, the behavioral traits of the person and the person physical appearance of the person has been explained, and this gives a personal touch with the character. When I read such a story, I feel like, I have seen this person somewhere, I have some personal touch with this person somewhere. So this is how we have to develop the story, and we have to add few dialogues. What I said to her and what she said to me, dialogues have been incorporated, not too much, but dialogue, that direct dialogues has to be written within single double inverted comma. Okay, she said so and so, I replied so and so, and what all things you thought in your mind, that can also be written. So ideal thing is to write the story in 3 paragraphs, and towards the end you have to give an interesting title, a super title, an interesting title for the story. If you're not writing the title, you will miss 1 mark. So be cautious about it. And then for the diary entry, when you write, there is no need of any title. You're just writing dear diary, and you're starting to write like, this has happened on a particular day, the incident is described, and towards the end you have to write, by diary, it's too late and I'm too tired, I'm going to sleep, or I'm going to bed. See, diary entry, when we write, you have to remember we are writing at night, so probably a time between 8:30 p.m. Or to 11 p.m. till those, like, the time span between that can be written. Don't write 11:15 a.m. We are not going to write in the morning. Okay, diary entry is written on that particular day night, and the description can be given. The format of diary entry is already known. I've seen the question papers of class 9, class 8, as well as in class 7. I've seen diary entry. Leena ma'am and Sindhu ma'am, they all taught you how to write a good diary. So you all are familiar with the diary entry. And the only thing is, we have to write in simple past tense. Okay, simple past tense. Okay, past tense, that's better. Better use all the lines in simple past tense, and certain descriptions we may have to use in past continuous tense and how it is. And certain other tenses also we'll just say about it. Now, only few more minutes for us left. So when we narrate an incident, we use simple past tense to talk about the things that took place at that particular time, at that past. Okay, something has happened in the past. When we narrate about that, those incidents which has happened in the past, use simple past tense. They are the main events of the story. Just like, for example, she woke up suddenly. She screamed with fear. Why? Why we are going to write later. So we have built up the story. We are writing the story. We are writing the main events in simple past tense. Okay. Now we use past continuous tense as well. Why we are using past continuous tense? We use past continuous tense to talk about the background to the past events. So these, like, things that were happening during that time, things that were going on at that time. I was swimming or I was driving when I saw this lady, or when something happened. I was walking back home from school when I met so and so person. What happened? So the background is given in continuous tense, past continuous tense, and the event which has happened is given in past tense, simple past tense. Clear? When we write the story, the background, we have to set the background, of course. The background is given in past continuous tense, and the event is given in simple past tense. Okay, if you have any questions in between, you can just raise a hand, you can ask me, you can just type it. Okay, no problem. So and when we use the past continuous tense along with the past tense, if both can be used. The past continuous tense can be used along with the past tense if an action is going on for some time and a new action taken place, has new event has taken place, a new action has taken place. Something was going on for a long time, and all of a sudden a new action has taken place. Then we'll be using both the past continuous tense and the past tense, simple past tense. Past continuous tense to set the timing, like, what was happening, and all of a sudden what happened. Either it can come first, past simple past tense can come first, and past continuous tense, the background can be given, or the background is given and then all of a sudden the simple past tense. For example, if I say I fell down, I fell down. What is that? That is simple past tense. When, while he was painting the house, the person, he was painting, my friend was painting the house. I fell down while he was painting the house. Something was there, spilled all over here, and I fell down. Or he fell down. Ramesh fell down. Rani, oh, okay, Ramesh, Ramesh fell down while he was painting the house. Rani was having trouble. Rani had trouble, had past tense. We'll leave it past perfect tense. We will not come to perfect tense now. Rani felt difficult in breathing while fogging was going on. Fogging. Do you know what is fogging? Usually from corporate, I don't know, from here, municipality. Okay. There in Cochin Corporation people will come with the fogging machine every evening, and it's a great difficulty for all of us because a lot of mosquitoes are there in Cochin. So here I have not seen much, and fogging is also not there much. Only in that some municipal areas they are doing the fogging, not all the places. Here it is like, it's so pleasant and sweet atmosphere we have, and thank God for all those things. So these are the things which we have to remember when we write the story. Now it's 11:30. I'm going to present, or let me just see. Um, one second, give me a second. Um, I wanted to present something, but before that, let me just. Okay. Okay. Can you see a link given over there? I have given a link for you. I hope you can see the link over there.
Yes, ma'am.
If you just click onto that link, you will get the Wakelet page. Okay. In that Wakelet, you can see a description. Certain descriptions have been given and a picture, and I've given the sentences in a jumbled form, and you have to order, write the story in the correct order. Okay. A picture has been given, certain sentences have been given, all the sentences have been given in a jumbled way. You have to frame it in the correct order, and you have to tell me which is the background and sorry, not which part of the story is the background and what is the main thing which has happened. Sister Elizabeth, if you are listening, it is host is denying the presentation. So I'm not able to, it's showing as host denies the presentation. Okay, thank you, sister. I can see so many scribblings over there. I don't know why and how. All the scribblings have been contributed by Akil, I guess. Akil. Who is this Akil? This is Akil Shan, MS. It would be better if you're not scribbling, please. Can you see a picture? Now, what I should do for all these scribblings, I don't know. See, a picture has been given, and it's a picture of a lady who is walking. Now, you have to read the sentences which is given over there. Read the sentences which is given over there. If you just click onto that link, you can go to this page. It's a Wakelet page. See the sentences. As she was passing the bridge, she suddenly heard a sound. She was anxious to go home. It was a stormy evening. The wind was howling. There was no street lights. She was terrified. Someone was running towards her. She closed her eyes and stood rooted to the place. Shidal was walking back home. The stranger ran past her screaming, "We have won the match." And this is a picture which I have given, and the description which I have asked to write is, okay. Read the following sentences. You can put them together to make a short story. What you have to do is you have to make it into a short story. You have to find which part of the story gave the background and which part gave the main event. This is a work for you. Ma'am, I can't see the picture. Okay. What all presented can you see, dear? There is some privacy rules given over there. Yes. See, they may ask you to enter the code. That is the reason. And then if you're just clicking onto it, it's easy. And all are scribbling. All are scribbling over there. I don't know why. So just one or two students, please give me the response. Please erase it. Yes, I was not able to do it. I don't know why. When I go into the Wakelet, I'll just do it. Can you just, any one or two people, please unmute your mic and tell me whether it was visible, whether the screen was visible for you? The one which I presented?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
if, thank you.
Ma'am.
this is how we'll be learning in the coming classes. Like, it is a wakelet, it's a tool which is introduced for the teachers. It's a free resource. It's not only for teachers, it is for meetings also. We can use the same thing. So in the weeklet, I have just prepared it, and you can just click onto that link which I have pasted in the chat box. Just go to it and do the homework. Okay, that's a homework for you all. Just read the sentences, reorder the sentence in the correct form. You will get a story over there. You can see the picture. It's a backup of the story, and then tell me which is the background of the story, which all lines create the. Okay, Shivendu, if the name is asked, means you have to just write the name. Okay, just write the name and give a click over there. Definitely you'll be able to access it. If not, Wakelet is a tool which is like, we can even install it, but no need to install. Even without installing, you can do it. No need to add anything extra. No need to add anything extra. We have to just, what we have to do is you just reorder the sentences. I have to paste it again. Definitely I'll do it. I'll do it. Now, not only here, if you want, I can just send it in the WhatsApp. I'll send it in the WhatsApp. So any doubt anywhere, please ask. We'll continue in the next session. We'll wind up now. It's almost anywhere, any doubt you can ask me. Just ask me. Was that clear? Like how to write a story? What are the main elements while writing a story? What are the main elements to remember while writing the story? The 5 elements to remember. The setting should be there. Characters should be introduced. Then what? Are the elements, are you familiar with the elements now? Characters has to be introduced. Then we have to have a conflict. Then we have to resolve the conflict. Everything should be having a plot and a theme. Okay, these are the main things. So hope it is very clear for you all. You understood it, how to write a story, how to catch or how to grab the attention of the reader, how to maintain the attention of the reader, how to write it. And we are going to practice it. Only when we practice, we'll be able to do in a good way. So I hope you're not able to enter the website. Doesn't matter. I'll give the details in the WhatsApp group. We'll do it in the WhatsApp group. Those who are not able to access the Pooja Venugopal, don't worry. We'll do it in the WhatsApp group, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. We are going to wind up the session. Sister Elizabeth, shall we just wind up the session?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
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 Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Most
ma'am.
welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
ma'am.